Hello, how are you?
Hello, once again, and I'm Daryl,
And I'm Charlotte, and
and
we
we
are
are
the
the
Bakers.
Bakers.
We want to do a really quick installment on something that is really important, I think, in marriage,
Absolutely.
which is what, hon?
Love.
Love. Yes. We hope there are a lot of couples that understand what it means to love their spouse. So love is what? An action word. Even though when you look at it in the dictionary, it's listed as a noun, but it's really action. And you do that by doing what? It's what's the definition say, honey?
A strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties. Love can be expressed by words and action.
Key to words, by words and action. So when we talk about love, whether you just got married, typically when people are newly married, they say, "Oh, we're so in love and things are great and wonderful." But after you've been married for a while, it sometimes people tend to lose that or don't have that same momentum, if you will. What do you think about love?
Well, because it's an action word, it's something you have to constantly demonstrate daily. You have to demonstrate it often. You have to keep the fire burning in that. And love basically does not necessarily hold grudges, and it is not self-seeking, because when you're loving someone, you're loving them from the kindness of your heart, and you want them to have the best, and you want to express the best emotions that you can possibly express toward them, and demonstrating it as well.
So we wanted to quickly give you an example. So we're talking about love. So let's use this. This is strictly an example. Strictly an example. So imagine there's this couple who's been married about 10, 15 years. They don't have any children at this point. They both are very career oriented. And they had all these ideas about what marriage would be before they got married. So now they're 10 years, as I said, 10 or 15 years in. And they had ideas before marriage that they would travel, they would go all the places internationally they want to go, they would be always in love, and everything would be so nice. Don't we have those ideas in the beginning that it's just going to be woo, we're just like on a cloud? Yes.
Right.
But again, they're 10 to 15 years in, and things have kind of shifted. They have changed. The wife now feels that she wonders really if her husband loves her, because she is basing it on, what do we say, words and actions. And because they are so, he's not giving her a lot of words or a lot of, action as far as activity, spending time together. She's starting to question her love. So what happened to the love?
Well, one thing, if you really consider that scenario, they were mostly interested in building their careers, right? And we know that how some careers could be. It can be very self-fulfilling, time-consuming, takes you away from one of the most important things in life, and that's family. And so if you're spending more time building in one area, less time building in your marriage, then you're going to have more energy or invest more time toward the career as opposed to the marriage. And so it would be very easily for a spouse to feel rejected or a second-class citizen in that instance. The job comes before the person, the individual. And so I think it's important for anyone to evaluate, what are they pursuing? Is it life they're pursuing, marriage, or career? And where you spend your time, basically, something else is going to suffer.
Now, this subject on love, we're going to do a part 2 on this. We just want to do a quick video just to get the conversation going for you and your spouse. So what does love look like in your marriage? That's a question for you to think about. What does love really look like in your marriage? And the activity we want you to think about is, how have you interacted with your spouse up until this very moment that you saw this video? Think about how you have interacted. What do you do on a daily basis? Because love has to be demonstrated, shown, communicated daily. Because otherwise it can become, I use the term mundane, but really marriage shouldn't be mundane. But you get, in the routine of life. You go to work, you drive to work, you come home, you eat, you go to, that's just life in general, whether you're unmarried or married. But in marriage, you have to add a little bit more. So think about how you have interacted with your spouse up until you just seen this video. And then think about ways, if you feel you're kind of lacking in showing that love, think about that love when you first met. Everybody was googly eyed and woo 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 and we love you, we love you, we love you, even when things didn't look right, but you loved them. You thought, at least that's what your brain said. Oh, I love them, and you felt all fuzzy wuzzy on the inside, right, honey? You remember the fuzzy wuzzy days? And so things have now changed after you get past the fuzzy wuzzy, the wedding's over, life. So how can you improve? What can you do to improve your love in a new way to your spouse? So that's your activity. You got to think about something. You got to be creative. Be creative. Have fun. It's not about spending money all the time. Think about creative ways, small ways, like we used to do. Sometimes we still do it because back then, texting wasn't a big thing. So we would actually leave little sticky notes, right? Maybe a sticky note here and there. You can still do that. Sticky notes are not obsolete.
Still around.
But I know everybody resorts to texting, but do something different besides texting. Writing a note means you took time. Giving a card. These are things that still work, right, honey, when you say?
Absolutely. You may want to just plan maybe a outing. Pack a lunch, go to the park, walk, take a walk in the park and just kind of sit and enjoy the surrounding, the serenity of life itself, the nature, and coming out of your own environment into new environments. Many times give you a fresh awakening, give you a fresh perspective, and allow you to have fresh thoughts and new thoughts that you can really think about and consider, and to regenerate the energy as well, because you get so caught up in and working every day and doing the same mundane thing day in, day out. Gets a little old, gets a little stale, and sometimes men, we can get rusty in our our ability to keep it fresh, right?
Rusty. Nice word. Well, so we want to, before we keep laughing on that one, we want to end by saying again, take the time to really look at how you interact with your spouse. And then if you think you're lacking, think of new ways. So we are challenging you today to do this. You can always improve on things. You've heard that, whether it doesn't matter what it is, you can always find ways to improve. So we want you to improve. Don't forget to go to our blog, Enriching Your Marriage blog.wordpress.net. You can see us on, we're going to post some things probably on imean.com. My mistake. Let me say it again. Rewind. Enriching Your Marriage blog.wordpress.com. See how he helped me do that? That was good. And you're probably going to see some posts linking to Facebook and different other sites. So we hope that you will be ready once we do part 2. Come back and do part 2 on love, because love is so big. We can't just do it in these few minutes, but we just wanted to give you something to think about. Okay. So get it going. Get some love going, right? Do something different.
Do something different.
Maybe just smile. Maybe just smile, and that may help. So, good talking with you. We will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.